Yep. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports, bringing you
another one.
Run it up, run it up.
Yes, indeed. We getting ready to run it up. Alright. So I promised y'all that I was going to be having this conversation. And it's time to have it. This conversation is pretty pivotal. Pretty pivotal to me. So we gonna just have this conversation. To some, it might end up being a debate. Yeah. So we go ask the question, and we go talk about it. Could Ezekiel Elliott be the missing piece to an all-in year? That's a real question. I know. Some people like, shut up. But I wouldn't be me if I was...
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I gotta speak my mind. I gotta be with it. And I am. So we gonna sit back. We gonna have this discussion, right? We gonna open up the phones. We gonna talk. Because sometimes y'all might be able to talk me into stuff. Sometimes you able to talk me out of stuff. But this is the conversation that I'm very, very serious about. Could Ezekiel Elliott be the missing piece? The more and more I thought about it, I'm going to say I think so. So y'all just sit back, relax. Your boy Boss going to be right back. I'm going to get into it. Then I'm going to open up the phones. Be right back. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Run it up.
Run it up, run it up.
Let's go. It's cool when they do it.
Cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Yeah. It's cool when they do it.
Run it up, run it up.
Cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
You better not be sleeping. You'll get a crook in your neck.
Sleeping on me now, crooking his neck.
Ooh-wee. Let's go. I see y'all coming in the building. Miss Charles, Wee Woo Cowboy, Swain, Common Sense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. I see y'all already in the building. Can't wait to have this talk. Let's get it, man. Come on, quit playing. Get up in here. Let's get these curtains. Curtains, where you at? Let's get the curtains. Let's pull back the curtains. Sports where your voice matter. Come on, man. Y'all already know. Yeah, let me get my Rick Ross on. You know?
Run it up, run it up.
Let's get it. All right, so this is the subject at hand. Obviously, we're going to be talking about my boy Ezekiel Elliott. This is something that I've been coming more and more around to. Also because I've been having some very, very smart discussions with people that support the channel. So shout out to the executives that are committed to making their voice matter. The type of people that actually reach out to me, like a lot of this came from me talking to my boy Blackwell and others, but mostly my brother Blackwell. We already talked about before that all our voice matter. and you can always participate in different ways. One of the ways is to obviously, support with the cash apps and stuff like that, which y'all do. Another way to support is with ideas. I get a lot of calls. Well, I ain't gonna say I wish I got more calls, but my best calls are people that call in or call me with ideas wanting to discuss football. And I really do take those calls serious, because the whole point of this channel is to try to put ideas out there that we believe go help us win a Super Bowl. So I have to do my part in being open sometimes to discussions. That's the whole part of the call lines that y'all do. Because actually, the 2 shows ago, y'all talked me off the cliff. I was starting to kind of panic over the Texas coast, but after having a discussion with the executives, the people of the chat, y'all calmed me down and pulled me back into reasonableness. So it's a 2-way street, and I appreciate that. Y'all give me 1 second to take a swig of this real quick. All right, but we talking about this Ezekiel Elliott thing, and we will kind of make a case on it. But before we do, I want to talk about, we gonna have a lot of fun this week and in the weeks to come. And we're gonna talk about this now. We're gonna talk about this at the end of the show. So we have some special guests coming. Tomorrow we will have Mr. Michael Gelkin from the Dallas Morning News on the final word. So obviously that's gonna be dope. It's gonna be questions that we're gonna be able to really kind of dig deep into, because it's a little bit of some conflicting stories between the insiders, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to iron it out. My boy Charles White say, Arkansas in the house. What's up, man? Arkansas in the building. Hold down Facebook for me, brother. So we got Michael Gelkin coming tomorrow, and it's not going to stop. Then the day after that, we have Aisha Morrison and DMV Fanatic. So we're going to have more and more insiders, as well as our guys, the superstars of the content creators, the rising star, like Aisha Morrison, who got her start, who worked up the hard way and deserves everything that she's getting and receiving. I'm looking forward to just having all these discussions. It's a lot more that's coming. We're not going to talk about the who, but a lot of people have already verbally committed, and it's going to be for weeks going forward. For weeks. My girl Tammy say, Canada in the house. We got Tammy calling in and looking in and watching this from Canada. What's up, Tammy? So my boy Amp said we got 2 in the oven. No, we got a lot more than 2. I'm going to just be honest. That's what I'm showing. We got a lot more than 2 that's confirmed. So these are just the 2 that we coming out with. But we pretty full. We to capacity right now. So we gonna have a lot of fun. So around this time, content supposedly slows down. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It does not slow down. It's something that I would say lock in even more. Stay true to your routine. So most of us, we have a routine. We'll get up in the morning, we'll watch Sky, and then after that, we'll go to the routine with my boy Landlord in West Coast. And then we'll go to the routine after that, watch. And then we'll go, and my boy Law Nation, right? And then generally I come on in the evenings. Stick to your routine, because this is where a lot is going to start to drop. This is where you go get a lot of clues, because, we ready to have this conversation and high level conversations with people that are the beat writers and the insiders of the Dallas Cowboys. So, and y'all just get ready, man. We also got some of our guys and girls coming. We gonna save that, but it's gonna be dope. Y'all just know that. It's getting ready to be real dope. Real dope. So anyway, So getting back into this Zeke thing, man, because you know, I'm gonna just kind of go through this and I'm gonna get right on the phones. All right, this might not even be a long show from me, but you know, I'm gonna break this down. All right. So let's first start with a couple of questions, right? That's how we go do this. Now, this is a question that I asked before, right? But let's just do it again, just because we just want to get this on record again, all right? So my first question, and I want everybody to answer this: who is the better power back between Zeke, Pollard, Davis, and Jones? And I'm gonna wait. I want to hear y'all answer on that. Who would y'all consider the better power back between Zeke, Pollard, Davis, and Jones? Now, the first time we did this, we just said Zeke. We only did two. We did Jones, Ronald Jones, and we did Ezekiel Elliott, right? And I see y'all votes coming in. Once again, it looked like it's overwhelming. Don't be to laugh, but it's all, God dog. Let me show y'all. This is crazy. It's lighting up with Zeke. It's lighting up. But this time, the funniest part about this time is I added the other two backs. The first time I asked that question, I didn't add the other two backs. This time we adding the other two backs. And just like last time, it's an overwhelming Zeke when it comes to power back. Again. So and this is between the guys that's in the room. And I just appreciate the honesty from everybody, but it's over. I don't think I see one vote for anybody else when it comes to power back play. Okay, I don't see. Literally, it's so many of y'all that said Zeke. It's pathetic. Like, I would be clicking on this all day. You know, if we just clicked and showed how many of y'all voted for Zeke, it's overwhelming. Amp with the super chat. He said, "F all the BS. We need Zeke, damn it." Yeah, pretty much, big dog. And we gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna open up the phones. We gonna open up the phones quick today. It ain't gonna even take me long to get through this. All right. So question one, and pretty much everybody answered better power back. Now we voting out of all four. So we got Pollard. We talked about Pollard as a power back, Zeke, Jones, and Malik Davis. And y'all all, for the most part, somebody said Hunter Lukey. And I respect that. That's one. So we got one that said Hunter Lukey. So even with Hunter Lukey, do you trust his shoulder? Do you trust his shoulder in power situations? That's what I want to know. And somebody said Henry. Like we being serious in here right now. I don't feel like playing. Let's be serious. All right, we serious over here. But I'm asking a real question. Front office, do you trust Hunter Lukey's shoulder? That's what I want to know. All right. If you do, fine. That's fine. I'm not trying to force my opinion on you. I'm just asking you a question, especially somebody, that you didn't see play a lot of Division I opponents. But if you trust it, fine. That's fine. And then my boy Keystone, he said, hell no, due to the fact he's a rookie. Right. And he talking about Lukey. So, yeah, because I would want to see more. That's it. I would want to see more. I don't know enough now to trust him. Just being honest. But overwhelmingly, that answer was Zeke. All right. I'm not surprised by that. So let's keep going. So we just asked the question, who's the better power back? All right. So that was overwhelmingly Zeke. So that's going to also lead into this question. Who fits Brian Schottenheimer? Zone scheme. Who? Who fits that best? Zeke, Pollard, Davis, or Jones? So we got to vote again. So let's run it up. Come on now. Let's run it up. We asking a different question now. So we got to get everybody involved. And hit that like too.
Run it up, run it up.
Let's run it up. But we want to see everybody who fits Brian Schottenheimer. Another way to ask this question, I'm going to ask the question like this. Who is more beast mode? Can we say it like that? Who is more beast mode? Zeke, Pollard, Davis, or Jones? That answer is also going to be Zeke. You know, we all know that. I ain't going to waste y'all time with that. That's also Zeke. But let's be fair. See, hold on real quick. See, front office. I don't know if you trolling or if you like, I don't know what you're doing. Do you really believe Deuce fit Brian Schottenheimer's zone scheme? I'm serious. Do you really believe that? Because all you got to do is go look at the type of backs that was with Seattle. None of them was lightning backs. None of them was change of pace backs. Every one of their lead backs was power backs. Deuce does not fit that. He does not. At all. Not even close. No. The person that fits Brian Schottenheimer's zone scheme is Zeke. See, because when you break this down, that's why I asked the question, could he be the missing link? Like, for real. We gonna talk about this though. Mickey said, "Hey hon, hope you well this evening. Heard the lineup of interviews y'all got. Cowboy Nation going crazy. One love." Oh yeah, nah. It's lined up beautiful, and it's a lot more that's coming. It's a lot more. It's just the whole community doing a real good job right now of racking up, the heavy hitters and the insiders, as well as the heavy hitter content creators as well. It's like the stars are aligning in 2023. I think we're going to win a Super Bowl. Because everything, like, the lions are starting to kiss the lambs. It's going crazy in the streets right now. It's peace and harmony, But going back to what I was saying. And I'm being fair with this. So we first asked who fits Brian Schottenheimer. That's obvious, Zeke. But then let's be balanced. Who fits the Texas coast? Who fits the Texas coast? That's different. Because if you're talking Texas coast, which is going to have West Coast principles, that's not Zeke. No. If we talking about swinging it out to those backs, throwing it to those backs, using the passing game to those backs like the running game, outlets, that's Pollard. Pollard is your number one guy. Then Deuce. Then Malik Davis. Yeah. See, it's because it's two styles that we go easily be able to adapt to. If we trying to close out a game, what do y'all think we go do? Just think about it. If we trying to close out a game, what style of offense are we gonna come out there with? We gonna come out there with Brian Schottenheimer's zone scheme, where the design is gonna be to run the ball when you know we have to run the ball. We not gonna close our games with West Coast. We go close our games under Brian Schottenheimer. That's what's gonna happen. But when we trying to get ahead, or we trying to be balanced and complementary, we go likely run that Texas coast. So obviously and that's why I'm painting this picture with these questions. Because if we look at it with these questions, then you can see what we have an abundance of and where we lack. So if I talk about who fits the Texas coast, you can say Malik Davis fits the Texas coast easily. You will say Deuce fits the Texas coast easy. You sure go say Tony Pollard fit. You talking about who should be a monster in the West Coast. That Tony Pollard should be eating. Ooh, I'm talking about greedy eating. Yeah. But that Texas coast, which is gonna have those West Coast principles, yeah, that's clearly where we have an abundance of what I would call lightning backs. And the lightning backs go do their thing because we got a lot of them and they good. They are good, you know. It's going to be a lot of electricity that's going to come from Deuce, you know, and those change of pace lightning backs like him. It's going to be fun. But we can count it, though. We have more than enough of those type guys. We have more than enough. Where we have the question mark, and it's clear, and I'm just keeping it real, the power. That's where we have a question. So hold on, we got us a super chat. Let me take this super chat from Mickey. Then we go get right on the phones. We go get right on the phone. We go to this because this ain't this. Every show ain't got to be 3 hours, 2 hours. Some shows you can get right to the point and then jump on the phones and we can talk this out. Mickey said, she said, not to play devil's advocate, but if they bring back Zeke, won't they be validating Malik's attitude leading up to the playoffs? Damn good question. Oh. Ooh, let me read that question again. Not to play devil's advocate, but if we bring back Zeke, won't they be validating Malik's attitude leading up to the playoffs? See, when Brian Broaddus was talking about that, one of the things that he was mentioning was under the old coaching regime, the former coaching regime, that Malik Davis was in a doghouse. That's that he came out with it. He basically, you know, broke that opinion on the final word. All of us, none of us knew that. We was all shocked, like, damn, wow. So that's what happened. So, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have sources behind the scenes as well. I do. And I'm being all the way honest with y'all. I'm getting, and I'm just being real, this gonna hurt some of y'all feelings because I know Malik Davis is a fan favorite. But it is a lot of legitimate concerns about his attitude. It is. Obviously, we hope that, like any young player, that it's a maturity thing that they grow out of pretty quickly. But I'm telling you myself that I have reliable sources that's been telling me about Malik Davis. So would it confirm it? I don't think that it would be confirming the rumor, but I'm gonna say this. I am growing more and more concerned. I'm just being real with the maturity. And I'm just being honest, y'all, because I got people that I talk to that deal with these guys. And it's too many stories that I'm hearing, man. It's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke. It is. I'm just being with you. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, obviously, I'm rooting for all of those guys to do well. But I'm even hearing concerns now on his body. See, I ain't heard that nowhere, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm hearing in the streets. That even his body don't look up to par right now. And I'm hearing that from people that's real close to them boys. So, hopefully he take this, seriously, and this opportunity. And sometimes that's why I asked about Tristan Hill when I was talking about Brian Broaddus. Sometimes when you get rid of them old coaches, that causes a clean slate to that athlete. So that happened with Tristan Hill, and Brian Broaddus talked about that. He talked about that. So I'm going to just hope for him, but I'm going to put it like this. It's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke on this. And, when it come down to maturity and what I'm hearing, hands down, I will bring back Zeke. Hands down. Cause see, it's a lot of us that's excited for what Malik showed on the field. Excited, And if we could kind of put all the rumors of maturity to bed and what Brian Broaddus came out with, that he was pouting. And this is the thing, I have no problem with him pouting. My boy Chris said with a super chat, you think Rojo is a camp body or legitimate number 2 running back? I honestly think Zeke could possibly get Rojo cut. I'm going to talk about that. That's coming. That's a good question. I'm going to come to that. But just going back to Malik Davis, I just hope the best. That's what I'm going to say. I hope the best, and I hope he gets a clean slate, and I hope over anything that his play decides it. Because I'm personally not mad at a player angry because he's not playing. I'm going to say that again. I'm personally never mad at a player angry because they're not playing. I'm never mad at that. Never. I coached before. I've never had a problem with that. That's never bothered me. And it never will. I actually want you angry. I like it when you angry because you believe in yourself and you feel like you can make an impact. So if the Dallas Cowboys benched him because he was angry and pouting because he felt like he should have played more, shame on them. That is no reason not to play no. As long as you're not slamming helmets and all that kind of stuff, making a major scene. But if you angry, I don't care at all. I'll just be like, I would ignore it, but I would still be like, that's my boy. He just right now, not the guy. Not the guy for me. But me being mad because he mad, that's passion. I love them types. I can't stand no player where you say, hey, Mickey, we getting ready to start sharing over you at the post office. You know how weak you are, Mickey, if you say, okay, I'm gonna be a team player. Okay. Weak. I like it when you get mad. That's what I want. That's just me, though. That's just me, So anyway, so going back to these questions, because I'm almost done. I'm going to get on the phone. I promise you, I'm going to get on these phones fast today. All right, so here we go. Let's get to my concerns. Because we already made the case and we was fair about this. We talked about the better power back. We asked who fits Brian's scheme best. That was also universal. We also talked about who fits the Texas coach best. That was not Zeke. Right? That was not Zeke. So now let's get to my concerns. It's too much lightning in the backfield. It's too much lightning. Going back to Chris's question, where he was talking about Jones being a potential camp body if Zeke come back. Right now, the safest running back out of all of them is Jones. because Jones is the only one that fit the power situations right now. He's the only one. So for the most part, he don't really have no competition based on the style of back that he is. So he's the only thunder back that we have. Now, some of y'all go say, Lukey, I'm not going to count him yet. I want to first see him in preseason before I even put him on the list. I want to see him first before I add him. But as of now, we are looking at Ronald Jones and potentially an undrafted free agent as the solution for red zone, closeout, and short yardage. And this is where I'm concerned about that. Because all those situations at the bottom are heavy momentum situations. Heavy. Everything at that bottom. Heavy momentum situations. Game-changing situations. So let me ask y'all a question. In the red zone, who did the Cowboys trust last year? Did they trust Pollard? Or did they trust Zeke? And this is an OC who didn't like to run the ball. But let's just ask that question. Who did the Cowboys trust? Did they trust Pollard? Or did they trust Zeke? They trusted Zeke. And he was money in that red zone. So a lot of people, they like to look at averages and say Zeke average was XYZ. You also got to look at the situations he was specializing in. See, your average is going to be lower when you are the closeout back, the short yardage back, and the red zone back. Why? Because you are going against way more stacked boxes just based on the situation. So when people try to pull out averages, to me, it don't work. Because, see, you got to have context in them averages. And you ain't going to get me on no average. Hold on, Blackwell, I don't see your super chat. Black, I don't see your super chat. Hold on, let me see if I found it. Yeah. I found it. Yep. He says Zeke was treated like Cooper. Yeah. Yeah, he was. That's a whole nother conversation. And I'm not gonna even go down that road yet, or if at all, because I'm focused right now on making the case on, the concerns. But appreciate that super chat. That's a very good thought. But that's my concern. And it's a big concern. It's a big concern. Because keep in mind, Zeke was responsible for 12 touchdowns. That's 84 points. The average game is won by 4 points. The average game is won by 4 points. And Zeke got you on a bad leg 84 of them things. Who go make up for that in the red zone? Who go give you that short yardage production? So some people might minimize that short yardage. Some people might, he's just for a short yardage back. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask everybody a question. Do you think Philly getting rid of the tush push? Do you think they getting rid of the rugby quarterback sneak? No, they not. It done got them way too many points. It done kept way too many drives alive. And see, let's talk about some of the stuff that's said in the streets real quick. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's said in the streets. This is the type of stuff you hear in the streets. I believe that with play calling, we can do just as good without Zeke. That's true. I ain't gonna fight you on that. I think with very smart play calling, you can make up for those 12 touchdowns. I really do. But this is my pushback to that. Why depend on your OC's brain when you can just depend on your running back's power? Why try to make Mike McCarthy Andy Reid when we ain't even got to do that? When it's 3rd and short, when we can just run up to you and say, all right, we getting ready to get a ball to Zeke and y'all can't do nothing about it. All right? There's nothing you can do. We getting ready to convert this. All right? I ain't got to trick you. I ain't got to have no special play. I ain't got to have nothing. All I got to do is go right at you because you cannot stop him. His short yardage conversion is literally top in the NFL. We depending on too much lightning. And see, I was talking and I was being real. I was talking to my brother Blackwell. We literally had about a 2-hour conversation about this. And he said something that was just real. And I'm gonna tell you something. I actually experienced this yesterday. He said, boss, well, nobody. Yeah, this is a good question. He said, what's more important for short yardage, an elite line or elite power back? I would say elite line. Elite line. If you can get elite line, oh yeah, I would take that all day over elite running back, power back. All day. If I had to choose one of them two, I'm choosing the elite push. So yeah, to answer your question, that's a good super chat. I'm taking the elite push every time on that question. Man, I forgot what I was saying, man. That super chat took me off track. What was I saying? Y'all help remind me real quick. What was I just saying? I can't remember, man. It just went right out of my head. I'm waiting on y'all. Y'all gonna have to save me on this one because it just totally went out of my head. I'm waiting on y'all to help me because I can't remember what I was saying. But anyway, I just keep going because I remember. I was talking about Blackwell in our discussion. All right, so now this is what I'm getting ready to say. This is what I believe most don't factor in. Most don't factor in the pain and the fear that comes from having to tackle a Zeke type. I saw my boy J Tuck tweet. He said, while we sitting in them suites, most don't understand the job that Zeke is doing. And what he talking about is the pain and physicality that comes from trying to stop a back like Zeke. See, and then me and Black had a debate on this. We was debating. Because he said, boss, the problem is you play defense. I play defense. So we know what it's like to go up against a guy like Zeke. And we shared war stories. And at first I was like, Black, nah, bro. Nah. These dudes, they do not have to experience what we experienced to understand what we said. And Black was like, nah, boss, they do. And I was like, you know what? You right. It does make a difference when you was the one that had to tackle a dude like Zeke versus a dude like. I'm gonna just ask all of y'all a common sense question. if you could put on pads and you had to choose who you had to tackle in the open field, would you want to go up against Pollard or Zeke? But I'm going to tell you, that's easy. I would tackle Pollard all day. And I wouldn't want none of that big head dude, Zeke. I wouldn't listen. And I got some courage. And what Black was saying is, boss, people don't factor in fear. So we start talking about that from an analogy. And this is what he said. He said, boss, people not scared of lightning, but they are afraid of thunder. Ooh. Say, he said, boss, people not afraid of lightning, but they are afraid of thunder. People don't factor in fear. And yesterday, true story, it was raining in Dallas. Thunderstorms. Raining in Dallas, thunderstorm. And I was looking outside my window. You know, I like it when it rains. I open up windows. I just kind of do that. So I'm sitting there looking outside the window, and it was lightning. Lightning hit. And I was like this. But then I felt that thunder coming. You felt it. And I backed up. True story. I backed up away from that lightning. Didn't do nothing to me. That lightning didn't scare me at all. But when I started anticipating that thunder, on God, I backed up. On God, on everything, I backed up away from my window. And I thought about it. I said, this is what Black was talking about right here. This what Black was talking. I swear, I was by myself, alone, nobody around me, and I felt afraid of the thunder. So I'm dead serious when I say, dead serious. Could Ezekiel Elliott be the missing piece to an all-in year? Cause real talk, who's the closeout back? Jones? Who's the red zone back? Who you gonna put in there when it's 8 in the box and trust that they have a better chance of getting it done? Yeah, and see, check this out. This is true. See, this is the thing. I don't fight facts. My boss say, you like that lightning when it bust open a 70-yard TD though? Yeah, I do. I sure do like it when that lightning go for 70 yards. I love it. But this is the case that I made with Zeke versus Cook for the people that love lightning. Because there's a lot of people, they just love them some lightning. They love lightning. We got an abundance of lightning. That's all we got is lightning for the most part. Hold on real quick. I'm looking for your super chat, Black. Hold on real quick. I was doing this presentation. Okay, yeah. He said, now remember y'all, we seen Zeke run over DTs. Exactly. But let me go back to this. Let me go back to that. I do like the long runs. But for what our team need right now, I don't even know why that's even a case to be made, because Pollard is signed. So this is not a question of Zeke or Pollard. We got that 70-yard guy, so I don't even know why that's coming is necessary. To say that we need Zeke is not to say that we don't need Pollard. I'm gonna say that again. To say we need Zeke is not saying we don't need Pollard. So I do like the 70-yard runs. I love them. But I'm going to tell you what I like more than the 70-yard runs. Because when we talking about the 70-yard runs, you may be talking about maybe one of those a whole season. We talking about one. Would you rather have one 60-yard run a season, or would you want to have somebody that can give you every game 18 body shots? 18, and he go give that to you game in and game out. I want the body shots. I don't want just the occasional long run to where I mess up my living room with popcorn. I want that guy that's going to be bringing a pain to the defense, play in and play out. And I'm going to also say it like this. Who I want really depends on what we trying to do. So if we trying to go out with the Texas coast, yeah, roll out there with Zeke. Yeah, roll out there with Zeke. I mean Pollard. If we with the Texas coast, the West Coast, yeah, I want to see some Malik Davis. But if we trying to close out, give me that Brian Schottenheimer zone scheme, and let's close this thing out with Zeke. It's really that simple. Because let me ask y'all a question. Because see, I just want us to really think this through. I really want us to think this through. When Felix Jones and Marion Barber was on this team, who was the closeout back? What's up, Miss Lockhart? Who was the closeout back? Was it Elver Jones? Was it Elver Jones?
Oh, hell no.
Marion Barber was your closeout back every time. Every time. Who had more pop? Jones. Who got you a way better average per carry? Jones. People don't remember Jones was averaging like 6.5 a carry. But did they close out games with him, boss?
Oh, hell no.
The closeout guy was Barber. So, do I want the 70-yard guy on closeouts? Nope. Sit down. Do I want the power back on West Coast? Nope. Sit down. But do I want the power back on closing out? And do I want the speed back for the Texas coast? I want us to have all the tools in the toolbox that we need. This is not an either or. This is use it when it makes sense. If I need an Allen wrench, give me the Allen wrench. That's what I need right now. If I need to close out, give me the best closeout guy. If I need that short yardage power, give me that guy. If I need to change the pace, give me the lightning guys. And hold on real quick. We got us a super chat. Got us another super chat. I'm doing much better at catching y'all super chats, man. I appreciate it. Philip Henderson said, I don't believe in our running back with Zeke Elliott. I think we can come out on the short end of the stick. What a shame it would be not to bring back the closer. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the number one reason we need to. All right. I'm going to talk about the number one reason we need to. Okay. And I'm going to talk about how. Now I'm going to talk about how, then I'm going to get on the phones. Because there's a way, in my opinion, to do it. There's a way. And then I looked at, before I talk about how to do this, because I'm going to talk about now how to do it. Because remember, if I bring up a problem, we're going to talk about how to fix it. That's why we always bring up problems. So some people are like, oh, it's negative. No, we got to talk about problems before we can talk about how to fix it. But before we do, we got way too many people in here and not enough likes. Okay, so let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. And while we waiting on them likes to get up, keep in mind, because we got a much more people in the room, we having special guest Michael Gelkin tomorrow from the Dallas Morning News. That's going to be fire. That's coming on the final word. And then on Wednesday, we have both Aisha Morrison and DMV. So that's going to be dope. I can't wait. All right. But let's get them likes up, y'all, like, real quick. And then I'm going to get on the phone and I'm going to be open to hear y'all out on whatever case y'all want to make. I want to hear you out. But before I do, hit that like, all right? So hopefully by now we should be caught up on them likes. Everybody should have just took a quick second to clean the house. And now I'm getting ready to get into the solution. So let's get to some of these solutions real quick. All right, here we go. Yeah, Mickey say Gelkin is fire as hell. Yes, he is. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for that. So that's obviously going to be, because we know exactly what to ask him to. He done left a lot of clues that we're going to lean on him to try to put it all together on some particular topics. So I'm excited. And we got a lot more coming. We're going, this next 6 weeks is going to be just fun. We're going to have a lot of fun just talking football and with a lot of people around the Dallas Cowboy community. So yeah, and Mickey say that's the thing. See, that's the thing about Michael Gelkin that stands out when you watch that he's authentic. That's the thing about him. Professional and authentic at all times. So no, I'm excited for that. Like now and he go bring gifts. He might not sing as much as Brian Broaddus did, because Brian Broaddus was singing. He probably not gonna sing that loud, but be prepared for him to drop some quality nuggets. He always does. All right, let's now we go get to what's the best way forward. Okay, what is the best way forward? Okay, because this is going to be simple, and I'm going to jump right on the phones. I think the Dallas Cowboys should give Ronald Jones a chance. Hear me out. A fair chance. But I think what they should do is do what they seem to do every training camp. Every training camp, they go into training camp with a hope, but then they let the grass confirm their hope or reject their hope. Okay? So what do I mean? Remember before we picked up Malik Hooker, we signed who? Kazi. In the first 2 days of training camp, after we took a look at Kazi on the field, they said, nah, we need more. And they went and signed Malik Hooker. What happened last year at linebacker? They started training camp. They let them running backs start competing. And after taking a look at them, they went and signed Anthony Barr. They should give Ronald Jones same thing happened with James Washington. Y'all remember? They gave James Washington every chance to see if he was worth his minimum contract. They even let him play out all the way into the season. They waited till he was able to play. They put him on the field. James Washington ended up being. And then they went and signed T.Y. Hilton the next day. That's to me what they should do with this power back situation. You have to simulate what you go see. Me and Landlord was talking, and I was like, it is no way to avoid. You are not, period. In football, you cannot avoid red zone situations. You cannot avoid closeout situations, and you cannot avoid short yardage situations. All of them are coming. You are going to meet those situations every season like clockwork. Red zone is coming, closeout is coming, and short yardage situations are coming. So what I believe the Dallas Cowboys should do in terms of the best way forward, I think the best thing they should do is go out there during training camp, simulate red zone, simulate closeout, simulate short yardage, and grade it fair. If you getting a lot out of Jones and he look like he could be just as good as Zeke, don't sign Zeke. But if he goes out and he boo-boo on himself, sign Zeke. And sign Zeke early. Don't play with it. Don't take it all the way into the season. Quickly simulate short yardage, red zone, and closeout situations and grade it. I also want to see him get a lot of closeout situation in preseasons because I want to see it. Don't spend no money on Zeke yet. Wait. Let's see what we got first with Jones. Let's see what they have with Jones first. Then after that, after you see and be honest with what you see, if he not giving you what you need in those pivotal situations, red zone, short yardage, and closing out, go get the final piece. Just like that. Because, see, I don't know why some of y'all don't want Zeke. I don't get it. I do get some people not wanting Zeke because of the form of payment he was receiving. Okay, I ain't going to fight you on that. But to not want Zeke now, I don't know why you don't. I don't get it. I just don't. And I'm going to open up the phone. I'm pretty sure we're going to get both sides to call in and we'll talk about it. But this is the literally, then we getting ready to get on the phone. But this is the main reason that I think it makes sense to bring back Zeke. I said this March 21st as I was watching free agency. And I was watching how cheap the running back market was. The running back market, this is what I said, the running back market is so low, I would not be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys re-sign Ezekiel Elliott back on a 1-year deal. See, that's also why it makes sense to bring back Zeke, because the market is forcing low prices on these backs. This is like a stock situation. This is like a stock situation. Sometimes you buy that stock low because you know it's undervalued. I ain't gonna let none of y'all trick me like 12 touchdowns is not worth $5 to $6 million. So hold on real quick. I just want to kind of think this through. So we paid Anthony Barr around $5 million. We paid what's that safety that was converted to linebacker? I can't even remember his name. Neal. Yeah, Canoe Neal. We paid him $5 million. But you telling me that 12 touchdowns, one of the highest short yardage conversion rates and red zone conversion rates, and a running back that's tailor-made for Brian Schottenheimer is not worth $5 million? I'm going to say that one more time. We paid Neal, Anthony Barr. We paid LV up to $3 million. None of them was going to give you 84 points. None of them. None of them is the leader that Zeke is to this team. None of them fit Broughton Schottenheimer like Zeke. You talking, shoot, man, Zeke under Schottenheimer is the perfect fit. Putting a fullback in front of somebody, tough yards. I don't care about no 70-yard runs under Brian Schottenheimer's system. And he didn't either. That's why he didn't have a bunch of lightning backs in Seattle. Go look at the type of backs that Brian Schottenheimer had in Seattle under his offense. None of them was lightning backs. Not one. Every one of them dudes was power backs. Not one. All right, so let's take some calls. Because I'm pretty sure y'all go call in. It's going to be some different opinions on this. I can't wait to hear this out. But hey, I just wanted to make the case, man. I made the case. And we got the phone lines open. All right, here we go. I'm waiting on y'all now. Here we go. Hold on real quick. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Big homie, what's good, man?
What's up, Amp? What's up with it, big dog?
It's a whole lot up with it, man.
All right. What's on your mind?
So, first and foremost, to the individuals who do not want Ezekiel Elliott back on this team, y'all are the same people that don't like leftovers.
Okay.
I don't know about y'all. I'm a cook. I know my boy Keystone is a cook.
I'm a cook.
You know what I'm saying? We get down in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Some meals just taste better after they've had a chance to sit a little bit. But you got them folks out there, mainly the ones who don't cook. I don't want to eat this again. They just want a new meal. Let's just keep it funky, right?
Ooh.
So peep this.
Ooh.
I did my homework.
Okay.
Going back to 2019, and 2019 is the year to remember because out of the backs that I'm getting ready to compare, that was Pollard's first year.
Okay.
Technically, your boy Ronald Jones started in 18, but just for the argument's sake, we're going to use from 19 on up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Red zone stats. Ezekiel Elliott, since 2019, in the red zone, has accounted for 514 yards. Okay? Tony Pollard, since 2019, has accounted for 207 yards. Over double. And Ronald Jones has accounted for only 184 yards. In that same time frame, Ezekiel Elliott has accounted for 38 red zone touchdowns. Tony Pollard has accounted for 19, which is about half. And Ronald Jones has accounted for 15. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the numbers for you as far as their production.
Yeah.
Now, boss, I'm going to piggyback off of something that you so eloquently laid out a couple months ago, and that is the physique and stature of NFL running backs.
Yeah.
So, for those that don't know, the average, let me backtrack. To get an answer as to who fits the job best as far as running back, the only thing we have to do is look inside at our team. Look at what Dan Quinn is doing. We praise him for doing this. Bringing in safeties and converting them to what, boss?
Linebackers.
And just for the record, safeties are generally what size in comparison to linebackers?
Undersized.
Okay.
Usually by about 20 pounds.
Okay. Cool. So peep this. The average linebacker in the NFL is 6'2", 240 pounds. Your average lineman in the NFL is 6'5", 314 pounds. So if we're in the red zone and the game is on the line and we're in the goal line stance, who do you want running the ball? Do you want the 6-foot guy that's between 226 to 230 pounds? Or do you want the 6-foot guy that's about 205, 209 pounds? That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Just based off of how they're built.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott has showed you his production over the last 4 seasons in comparison to a gentleman who is on the roster, Ronald Jones. If you don't do anything else but bring in Zeke to provide competition to Ronald Jones in real time, you would not be doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
But that's it, man.
No, I appreciate it, man.
If folks will take their time to do a little bit of homework and look at things beneath the surface, it won't be no question.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I don't. Yeah. I agree. Good. Very, 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 very good call. Appreciate that, big dog.
Y'all hold it down, man.
That was him. All right, Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, boss? This is Blackwell.
What's up, Black man?
Hey, look, right? I want everybody to, what's up the nation, first of all? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, boss, too. You know what I'm saying? You know, our conversations went back and forth.
Yeah.
But I want everybody to imagine this. You got a big power back coming through the hole, man. You already know he got this whole, you know what I'm saying, like the hype already around him.
Right.
He already, you know what I'm saying, known for trucking people. And you got a dog as a defensive lineman. He trucked that man. And you a linebacker. And you see this. And then the next play, the coordinator goes to a pass play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
the fear already was there.
Yep.
You seen one of your dogs get trucked by like that was way bigger than him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, your lineman was way bigger than his running back, and he got trucked. The fear, the implement of thunder was already there. The fear factor was there.
Yeah.
And you go to the next play, and you go to a finesse play.
Yeah.
You're supposed to run that man again.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of running him up the hole, you could have ran him on the outside. Everybody seen that man get ran over, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to. That's when you supposed to really inflict the physicality of the game. Then
Right.
we just seen teams go to championships based off of this
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The
Seattle
Giants did it with Brandon.
Seattle did this.
Seattle did this with Marshawn Lynch.
Sure
And we
did.
running this Marshawn Lynch scheme right now
Yo.
in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? We've seen plenty of teams use this mode. Jerome Bettis with the Steelers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can give out. It's so many teams that use this blueprint.
Yeah.
The team that's known mostly for this, for real, is the Dallas Cowboys with the triple threat. You know what I'm saying? We got our 88. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know you was gonna say us, bro.
Bro,
That boy
for
say the
real,
team.
bro, like,
that
for
boy say the
real,
team
like-
that's most known for this. I thought you was gonna say something else. That boy said the Dallas Cowboys.
For real, it's us, bro. Because think about it, it's the triplets, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's
I
a-
agree.
It's the triplets, bro.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like people, like a lot of, you know what I'm saying? What we've been doing for our legacy for the Dallas Cowboys been getting swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Like people are talking about like Randy Moss, you know what I'm saying, had all them yards against us in his rookie year. But they don't talk about the fact that Emmett, you know what I'm saying, had like $150 at halftime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He responded.
Mm-hmm.
That man responded.
Mm-hmm.
Running backs is being devalued way too much. The field of running backs is being devalued way too much. Man, y'all better recognize game, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
better recognize game. That boy Blunt, LeGarrette Blunt, played for New England. You know what I'm saying? He was over there with New England with Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was in the Super Bowl, he was a game manager.
Right.
LeGarrette Blunt made plays, crucial plays to convert the extend drives. He did the same thing when he went to Philly. Man, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all devaluing Zeke so much. It's to the point that now I'm almost feeling like we might be making the wrong decision.
Yeah, it's.
And I don't know if a lot of people agree with it.
See, this the problem, man. It's too much groupthink going on. You know what I'm talking about groupthink?
Yeah, I feel you.
See, it's certain things that become popular because it's said a lot.
Yeah, it's said a lot for the
said a lot.
4-letter and 3-letter network.
Right, it's said a lot. So running back, see, it's people that like to rock philosophies and then don't use their common sense. Because running back is way more valuable than tight end.
Way more.
But the tight end is still getting the $1 million contracts. And you likely, for most of them, ain't getting 600 yards, 6 touchdowns. But you'll get 800 yards, 900 yards, 12 touchdowns out of Zeke and say, don't pay that.
Man,
but
come on,
we'll
man.
say, let's pay Schultz.
Hot Pocket had the easiest ready to do it. Zeke had a stacked box and was carrying boys, man. Come on, man. He was running,
how you
over
pay?
linemen.
How you pay Schultz $11 million, but we over here like, but only give Zeke $2 million, boss.
It don't make sense, bro.
It don't make sense.
That man had 12 touchdowns last
Right.
year.
Right.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Got daggone gamble on the humbug to that Ronald Jones, that Rojo gonna replace that. We already seen Tony Pollard couldn't do it. It's too many times they gave him first crack at it.
They showed it. And see, nobody talking about that. Say that one more time, because I don't think people heard you on that. How many times did they give Pollard the first crack at it in the red zone?
And he couldn't do it.
And they will put Zeke in.
And he got it.
And he got it.
And see, they just not realizing, you know what I'm saying, the physicality of the game. That's what me and your conversation was about, bro.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying, until you've been in them trenches, you don't understand the feel of that. Like, you know what I'm saying, a team convert a big play on you, and damn, they third and short, and you like, man, I already know what's coming. Philly did it to us.
Yeah.
Philly did it to us. What they said to us? What Kelsey said to us? Man, y'all already know what's coming. Y'all ain't gonna stop it. That's the same factor with Zeke.
Man, hold on real quick.
It's the same factor.
Like,
you know it's coming. Don't nobody want that pain, that punishment.
Nah.
It's even worse when it's cold outside, y'all. It's even worse when it's cold outside. I'm in Virginia. It get cold here. Most of in our division, all the other teams in our division is up north states. It get colder the further you go up north.
So check this out.
When it's in the wintertime.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. It does. Because I played in that cold. It hurt. Check this out. My boy Brian Smith said from Facebook, he hold down Facebook. He said that's the billionaire team owners had that meeting and agreed not to pay the running backs, and the team owners playing puppet master. I 100% agree, and that is exactly what it looked like. But that's also why it's actually an opportunity for Dallas.
Right.
See, in a low ball market, where Zeke in a normal market would have left us and got him $8 million. You know what I'm saying? $10 million.
Not just in a normal market, boss. We in, you know what I'm saying, Texas is a state with no state taxes. He gonna get more.
But that tax thing, that's according to where you play. So like when you have away games, you got to pay the taxes in the place that you paid. So only half your games.
I ain't know that.
But that point's still valid because at least half your games don't have the same tax amount in terms of your home games. But for the most part, though, you're right. I just want to kind of add to it.
Yeah, hey, look, and that's new information for everybody right there. A lot of
you
people
pay the taxes.
I know I ain't know it.
Yeah, you pay taxes based on where you play.
Mm-hmm. That field thing is a real thing, man. Don't nobody got there gonna want to be hitting no big back. Me no big back in the hole.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Especially as a linebacker. You got to come, you know what I'm saying? And you know he head hunting.
Yeah.
You don't want to meet that man in the hole, man. I'd rather hit Pollard or Dalvin Cook before I hit Zeke.
Check this out. Yeah, all day. And then Mark said running backs are the second lowest paid players now, only in front of kickers. If that is true, oh my God, I gotta double check that. But if that is true, oh my God, that means you better go get Zeke. You better go get Zeke, because you ain't gonna have another chance to get a value like Zeke at a low price. This is the time to buy.
I made a comment to the dude Trip that was in the chat, and he was like, Cooper. He basically was saying something like Cooper was a bigger loss than Zeke. It was more of an indictment to lose Zeke than Cooper, because the fact that the next man up that they tried to force the ball to, which was Pollard couldn't even convert on them short conversions. he couldn't get in the end zone on the goal line conversions for real. They had to bring Zeke back in to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas in Lamb basically flourished. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, this past year, being he was targeted more, they gave him his respect as being a number one receiver and said he earned his 88.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then on top of that,
that's a
we
big
got
difference.
Cooks now. So Cooks makes
We
us
got Cooks
not
now. Right.
we don't miss Amari this year like we missed Amari last year. Like
Right.
this
And see,
year,
with
Zeke
that-
is more important than Cooper because we have a potential replacement. I'm not saying Cook is Amari, but he close enough. He close
right.
enough.
And see what you basically are saying is this. Now that we got Cooks, it's more dangerous for you to put 8 in the box. Because if you put 8 in the box and they do that play action pass after Zeke been pounding you or something, bruh, it's got that going one-on-one over top.
Yep. Yeah, so
It's
it
one-on-one
depends
over
on what
top.
type of team you
That's
talking
the
about. So if you talking about was Amari better for last year's team, yeah, you might be able to say that because our number 2 and our
Right.
number 3 was not that dude, you know. But this year's
Right.
team, Zeke more important than Amari.
Man, last year, Noah Brown and Michael Gallup damn near had the same amount of stats, man.
Yep. So, like, in my opinion, the missing piece last year was Amari.
Right.
The missing piece this year is Zeke. Is Zeke.
It's Ezekiel Cooper.
Yep. It's Zeke. That people don't want to hear it. You know, people want to put it on Mike McCarthy. Well, I believe you can scheme up some ways to win on 3rd and short and the red zone. Yeah, you can. But I don't want Mike McCarthy to try to be Kansas
Right.
City.
So
You know
look,
what I'm saying?
For all y'all that don't want Zeke
Make his
right
job
back,
easy. Why we want to make Mike McCarthy job? Why he gotta have an answer for the absence of Zeke? Why can't we just replace Zeke with Zeke to where he don't have to
With
come up
Zeke.
with another answer?
I ain't got time to be goddamn on gamble. Look, we've been gambling way too much and way too long
Right.
on our 6th ring.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We play with
But
our
see,
contention windows. We do.
Don't let him. Don't do Zeke like we did DeMarcus well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly right.
Y'all gonna feel it when Zeke goes somewhere like Buffalo or somewhere, you know what I'm saying, one of these contender teams, and you see him turning up. We just saw it last year with Amari Cooper. He just wasn't on a contender team.
Yep. That's right.
You put Zeke ain't worried about the money at this point. He already got paid. That man
He just want to be
legacy.
respected. He just want to be respected. He don't want no deal
Right.
that's gonna make him look like he trash. Like, and it's a whole lot of Cowboy fans like, get him a vet minimum. It's like,
That minimum, y'all crazy. That man still running over defensive line.
so you go get
And
Anthony
that man,
Boy $5
if you go back
million.
to that Giants game,
You go get
if you go back to
Neal.
that Giants game.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if you go back to that Giants game when Zeke ran over, I think it was number 90. I can't really remember the number of the defensive lineman that he ran over. When he ran over him, I want y'all to look at the faces. You can see their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Their facial expression in the linebackers after he did that. It was like a 4 to 6 yard gain.
Yeah.
But you could see the facial expression of the other defensive players, even the bench. You could see it.
Yeah.
Them people was looking like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Check this
That's
out real
when you
quick.
run them again.
Yeah, I
You
agree,
gotta run
bro.
them again.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
field in place now. Now
Right.
you
trying to take the
momentum
heart out that
shift.
defense. And
Bruh,
Kelly Moore didn't know how to do that.
The momentum has shift, bro.
Yeah, he didn't
And
know how to
Kelly
do
caught
that.
a
And
pass.
see, Kelly Moore didn't have no idea about momentum. He didn't never play call to momentum. Never. It's
Nah,
like
he
he was
didn't, bruh.
totally unaware of momentum. He was totally unaware when a team was starting to quit. Like he didn't know how to take the win out of a team. Hold on real quick. He said, my boss said, I don't come in a lot, boss, in Cowboys Nation, but when I do say nothing that isn't true, I do my research on things. Yeah, Mark, I'm gonna tell you like this, Mark Smith. I tell people to do that with me, So I tell people to go behind me. It's just what it is, So it's not saying we don't trust you, bro. You know what I mean? But I just verify everything. That's just what it is. It's just being careful for nothing. So I appreciate your due diligence, but I'm not insulting you or anybody when I say I gotta confirm it. I just do that. Like I go behind people just to make sure. Because what if you saw it wrong? You could be very thorough, but you could have even just saw something wrong. So I wouldn't want to say things wrong because I just trust. I mean this when I say this. I say this all the time. Ronald Reagan was right. Trust, but verify. That's it. So it's not personal, y'all. And I still say that. Check behind me. Like when I say stuff, when I give stats, check behind it. Just double check. Because guess what? I could be wrong. Not intentionally, but I could have saw something wrong. And if I see it wrong, I need 2 eyes or 4 eyes to just double check it. But Black, let me take some more calls, bro. I want to get some more calls in here, man. I always appreciate. And this is the guy I was talking to that.
Bro. Hey, look, I appreciate everything you're doing, bro.
Yeah, man.
You already know what it is, man. Hey, keep y'all head up, man. We got this young, bro. But I'm saying we need to bring Zeke back, though, bro.
Yeah, we got to. And it makes sense.
All right.
Makes sense. That was Blackwell, y'all. All right, so we got the call lines open. Here we go. What's up, Coach?
Hey, boss, how you doing, sir?
Good.
So, I love your last 2 callers. The only thing that bothers me about bringing back Zeke is what the head coach said. The head coach said that Pollard is doing a great job of leading that running back room.
Yeah.
2 leaders can't lead. Well, they all came up under Zeke leading that running back room. If you bring back Zeke, you're going to undermine whatever leadership Tony Pollard is doing. And if the head coach never said that Pollard was leading that running back room, then the door was still open. So I'm trying to learn from you and read between the tea leaves. The head coach, he didn't have to say that. But he freely gave that information that Pollard was leading the running back room, and that's probably mean that he's also leading in drills and doing all that other stuff like that. But Zeke is a young man. He's 20. People forget he's 26.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, the one that came up with the science that said that, which means Zeke still got 2 more premium years.
Yeah.
So I think people have a misnomer. No, because Zeke came in at the age of 20. He was a young man when he came in. He's still young now. And as far as running backs, like I said, the Cowboys did these statistics.
Yeah.
At the age of 28, that's when running backs fall off. And running backs like Zeke, in particular, doesn't fall off until 30.
Yeah.
So, the Cowboys did the study.
Yeah.
These are facts. This is not make-believe. Now, he cost too much as far as the Cowboys was concerned, but it doesn't mean that his ability had fell off.
Yeah.
Now, if you go and look, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to your comment about the leadership of Pollard. And in my opinion, if Zeke come back, okay, this is the perfect way to say it. You went to Kimball, I went to Carter. 2 urban schools in Dallas, right?
Yep.
2 rival schools who hated each other. I hated your team, you hated mine, right? Hate, not dislike. We hated each other, right?
Facts.
I know your coach was like my coach. Without ever talking to Mr. Jones, rest in peace.
Yep.
Y'all didn't do a bunch of talking, did you?
No.
You didn't go talk to your coaches to say, you didn't show them how good you was with your leadership in a film room, did you?
Fact. Nope.
How did you at Kimball show that you was the best starting center when you was starting for them? Because I remember you as the starting
On the
center.
field.
On the field. Was it any talk that decided where we was from?
Nope, no talk at all.
No talk at all. So where me and you are from, it's never about talking. It's about how you lead on that field, you know? So I do agree with you from a politics standpoint that could be conflicting, you know, to have Tony becoming more vocal and then Zeke could interrupt that. But if we go back to the roots of who me and you are, bro, we wouldn't have gave a damn.
Yeah.
At Carter or Kimball, would we? Wouldn't we? We wouldn't have cared, bro.
No.
We would have been like, you've been doing good talking, you've been leading this group, but that dude over there just better than you. Right?
That's right.
So
And that's really how it worked in college.
yeah.
For
yeah.
me and you.
Yeah, for me and you. It didn't matter about talking. It didn't matter about how vocal you was. It was about who doing it on the field. So
Now, for all the fans that want, to replace Zeke, it's hard to replace Zeke. Like everybody have, I hope everybody got the internet because they listen to you. You can go and see the top running backs scoring touchdowns.
mm-hmm.
Most of them are premium running backs.
Yeah.
Besides Jalen Hurts, who we all call is a running back.
Yep. Right.
But they are these are not run of the mill guys. These are premium running backs.
Yeah.
They're scoring these touchdowns. So I mean, it's you. If we're gonna do it, we have to do it like New Orleans. New Orleans had a great short yardage. They used Taysom Hill.
Yep.
And they used Lavancius Murray. One had 7 touchdowns. The other one had 6. That's 13 touchdowns. They took 2 guys to equal Zeke.
Yep.
So what you're going to have to do, guys, is it's going to have to be something like 2016, where Dak scored like 4 or 5 touchdowns rushing. You're going to need Jones to score about 4 or 5. You're going to need Davis to score about 4 or 5. But guess what? What they add up to, 12 or 13. That's what you're going to have to do.
Yeah.
If you're not going to have Zeke.
Yeah. You got to.
Now, I know a lot of us think about power backs. You think about A.J. Dillon. That dude only had 5 touchdowns last year.
Yep.
And that boy's a beast short yardage to Green Bay.
Yep.
He's a beast short yardage.
Yep.
But it's a reason why he only had 5 touchdowns, guys. And if you go back and look, they was giving him the ball inside the 10. But it goes back to what you say, boss. You have to have a knack for that.
You have to. Yep.
Zeke has a nose. I know it's a cliche, but it's true. He has a nose to the end zone. He just does.
He does.
That's the true talent. I mean,
That's
just
true
true
talent.
talent.
Yep. It's that short yardage
On the list
vision.
about all the power backs. Yep. And check this out, guys. If you don't know football, 3rd and 1 at the 50 is different than 3rd and 1 at the 1. I played the game. It's a difference. It's the reason why dealing is the reason.
Say it again.
Listen, 3rd and 1 at the 50 is different than 3rd and 1 at the goal line.
Ooh,
I'm telling you, listen, that same D tackle that you blew up at the 50 is something that rised up in him when it's touchdown time.
You want answers?
I'm telling you. We have, we have even seen it with our lovely Hall of Famer Zach Martin. He been working this dude all day long, quote unquote Aaron Donald. We get down to the end zone, Aaron Donald chunk him. This is what happens. Everybody on the defense, everybody on the offense, testosterone rises because they can smell the touchdown. The defense trying to deny you. It's different down at the 50.
Different.
It just is
different. It is. It's
and
different.
So that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
A.J. Dillon, he's a great 3rd and 1 guy. From 20 to 20, but he's not so much. From 10 to from 10 to the touchdown, it's a difference, guys. It's a difference. And this is what we're talking about. Oh, the great Pacheco. Everybody keep bringing up. Oh, how good he was. Paul. This dude only had 5 touchdowns. And for everybody singing his praises, oh, I want Pacheco. So you want a guy that has 7 less touchdowns than Zeke, really?
Right.
And I think you did the numbers when the draft came. Everybody wanted these rookie running backs, but trying to temper it. The guys, like, not that many running backs get over 1,000 yards in the rookie season, and not that many running backs get over 10 touchdowns. They just don't. You have to be special.
They don't. Yeah, it's not easy.
And so
you gotta have a knack
I
for
need
it.
people to kind of like understand that.
Yep.
And understand why you're going so hard, boss, on bringing him back. Like,
yeah, makes sense.
Like, this is a talent.
It's the talent.
This is a talent acquisition.
Yep.
We're trying to get a guy that's 26. Guy, he's still in his prime. This not make believe. This not us trying to convince you that a 31-year-old still got gas. He got gas. The Cowboys did the study.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he got 2 or 3 more years according to their study. And so it's the reason why we keep saying, bring him back, bring him back, bring him back. Once again, Cook is good, 31 outside the 20.
Hold on real quick. My boy Lorenzo Lee say, boss, we have a rookie that's going to be a 3rd-and-1 guy. All right. You could be right, bro.
He's talking about the guy from North Dakota State. That's if he make the team.
Yep.
That's who you talking about, boss?
Yeah. And he could be right.
Yeah, he could be.
But this is my point. Shouldn't we see that first, big dog?
Facts.
Before we just declare that this dude getting ready to be Zeke?
I agree with you.
Like, we should. Because what if you wrong, bro?
That's right.
And how we go know you right? That's the biggest question right there. How we go know you right, bro? That's why I said don't sign Zeke yet. First, go give the rookie some shots at preseason in practice. Let's see you in short yardage situations. Let's see if you got more juice than Zeke. If he got more juice than Zeke, and Will McClay done found the sleeper as an undrafted free agent, then no more Zeke. But we also got to be honest and say, if them dudes is not Zeke, don't try to force a receiver by committee when you already know it's dumb.
Right. Oh, and I just want the fans to know, I think this came from West Coast. Last year during training camp, the running back that was doing the best at goal line was the rookie running back from Princeton that broke his leg in the last preseason game. So it shows up at training camp.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get this comment.
If you have that heart.
Let me get this comment real quick, because my boy Brian, he be showing a lot of love on Facebook with stars. He say it's a benefit for us to have Zeke number 1 running for us. 2, he won't be punishing us playing for an opposing team. Yeah. You know another thing that a lot of people not saying too, Coach? People not talking about how Zeke protects Pollard. People ain't talking about that. That you ain't hear nobody talk about that hardly. How you gotta protect Pollard. Like, I do like the idea of Pollard being, I don't even really believe in RB1 like other people. Like some people I want him to be the RB1. I want him to be the running back when it makes sense. If it's coming out to, like I say, the Texas coast, roll out with Pollard. But if you're trying to close out a game, roll out with Zeke. But a lot of people not talking about, just keeping it real, how Pollard's frame, I'm not talking about his weight, his frame is not built for the physicality like Zeke. And you got to limit his touches.
I think you commented on J Tuck film on Twitter today showing Zeke blowing up that zero blitz. Just FYI, guys, number one blitz in the NFL is a zero blitz. That's just to kind of dumb it down. That's the linebacker going up the A-gap. To dumb it down some more, that's the linebacker going between the guard and center.
Yep.
Zeke, all season for his career, stun players.
Yep.
What that means, guys, he keeps them at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
He doesn't meet them back by the quarterback.
Nope.
He meets them in the hole by the lineman. This is what Zeke has done his whole career. Better than any other running back that you're talking about. This is what he does.
Some people call Zeke one of the best blocking backs in history.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that a lot. You know what I'm saying? From people that I greatly respect. But, you know, people going to be like, we don't care about blocking.
People have to understand that.
Yeah.
And I have to understand that this blocking, running back being able to block, it's a real thing.
Is it? Yeah.
And, guys, I coach. And you best believe if a running back, if I see, it's going to be zero blitz all day long. If I see that running back can't hold his water, dude, like, it's a signal. And everybody knows the signal. When I move my hand in a circle, what that mean, coach? Over and over and over again. Boss. That's what that means.
Yep.
That's all I keep doing, all in the sideline. I don't let the defense coordinator call another play. Over. Listen. As a running back, you'll become a man against my team real quick.
You gonna keep doing them like that, coach? You gonna put that finger up on them, coach? You gonna keep sending them blitzes at the little running backs?
Listen, and I scream it. We got him. We got him. Dude, listen, I make you call a timeout.
Ooh, I'm gonna make you call a timeout.
Yes.
Because we blitzing them itty bitty running backs all day.
Yes. And so, listen, this is a real thing, guys.
It is.
And
it's a real thing.
People don't forget in 2018 when Pollard was playing, teams would see Pollard, and what would they do, boss? They would blitz. We know this for a fact.
Yep.
If you're a Cowboy story, you know this. Teams loved when Pollard was in there.
Yeah,
they loved it.
Oh, man. But, Coach, let me take another call because I know, man, you can go all day. We can go all day. But, man,
yes, sir.
Really appreciate the call, Coach. That was super insightful.
Anytime, boss.
All right. So, we got the call lines open, man. So, y'all call on in. We having this conversation about Zeke. I think I'm gonna call Tyreek. Let me call my boy Tyreek because I think Tyreek think different, and I want to talk to somebody who think different. Hold on real quick. Let me see my boy Tyreek at. Let me call Tyreek. I wanna, cause you know maybe he can talk me into something. Cause I am open. There it is. I'm calling Tyreek. I want to talk to somebody who think different. See if he can talk me into it. And I'm open too. If you can talk me into it, I'll change on the spot. I will. Appreciate that, Montana. Showcasing that number, bro. Appreciate that, Montana.
Please leave your message for 5856.
He done gave up. I'm gonna try to call him one more time. My boy Tariq done gave up. He don't even want to try to call. All right, I gave him 2 rings. I tried. All right, this the deal. So, this was getting ready to happen, y'all. So I want to just talk about this, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Okay. Hold on. Let me take a call. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, who is this?
It's MJ.
MJ, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, I finally got on your line. Boy, your line is the hardest line to get on.
It is, man. Sure is. Let's talk some football. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, I understand what you guys are saying, but my point of view is I won't mind bringing Zeke back. You know, they don't mind paying him $5 million, but you got to remember, you know, like I tell everybody show, I'm the one they call Cowboy 2. I'm Cowboy 2.
What Cowboy 2 mean? What that mean?
I'm like Stephen Jones.
Oh, you Stephen Jones. So you like a front office dude?
Stephen Jones too.
You like front office?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take pride in that too, don't you? You like being Stephen Jones too. Go for it.
I love being Stephen Jones.
You love being Stephen Jones too.
I'm a
You're
cowboy first.
And so when you pro Stephen Jones, you pro Cowboys. Go for it, big dog. Break it down to us. Let's go.
So what I like to do, like I was telling Steele and everybody, and Law now, Zeke will be tight. Now Zeke does all that, but when you first started the show, you made common sense. Let's see what these guys got first.
Yeah.
Before you bring them back.
Right.
Now if they don't do their job, then you could get Zeke.
Yeah.
But our boy, he wants the Minnesota halfback.
Say what?
You know, our boy that's doing your show. The one, the guy you have on your show all the time when you do the word.
The final word. Who, Law?
Yeah, final word.
Big Game James?
Not Law.
The OC?
Big Game James.
Okay.
Big Game James won't the Minnesota halfback.
Yeah, he won't cook. Yeah.
He want that. Yeah, he won't cook.
Yeah.
Because he know he could take it to the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and the kind of scheme they about to run, you about to finally see for the first time in your life, they've been a lot of screens, draws, and sweeps. Because like you say, when Kellen Moore ran the ball, I didn't like him. I hated that guy. Because I'm sitting here with my friends, I said, watch you run right up the middle where the heart of the defense at.
Yep.
And the ends is wide open.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah, he did it every time.
And he was doing that on Spike. He did that on Spike, man.
Yep, he sure did. Especially the Washington game. Oh, my God. That was horrible.
I'm like, how you gonna run on two big D tackles?
Yeah, how you gonna run at the best part of their defense over and over? It was crazy. It was crazy.
And, then, and you do make sense because Zeke, he's not old. I think he'll be more fresher with this new set of ball they running. And this one, Zeke will probably, I ain't gonna lie, if he did come back, he probably will run for like 1,400 yards.
Yep.
Both of them backs.
Yep. Agree.
With them schemes they got.
Yep.
Wide open, and he won't be getting hurt.
So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I don't get mad at that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because he could be, you know what I'm saying? Because the scheme, everybody watching. Call your films. Y'all need to go watch. All the Cowboy fans is watching. I keep telling y'all, you got to do your homework. What made Russell so dangerous, he threw for 41 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yep.
He barely ever had a lot of interceptions.
Yep. Brian Schottenheimer.
Yes. That Schottenheimer offense mixed in with a little bit of what they ran last year and the Green Bay offense, this is going to be one of the most dangerous offenses. Everybody keeps
Marv,
Huh?
let me ask you a question. Who is more Brian Schottenheimer, Zeke or Pollard? Who fits Brian Schottenheimer?
Zeke is fit because they always have big backs, always.
Yeah, they always had power backs, exactly.
Seattle always have big power backs.
Right.
But the key with this, that's why he's licking his chop. He's like, oh, man. Now, that's what you call thunder and lightning. That power and that lightning.
Yeah.
That's what Pollard might want to take one to the house.
Yeah.
He might run for 40 yards. He's going to get like 40, 30-yard hits with this offense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Ronald Jones probably could do it too. But the most dangerous back is that little back. This scheme is so perfect for him because you can't see him. It's like me and you two big linebackers.
Hold on.
Yes.
Which scheme? Because you're talking about the Texas coast or Brian Schottenheimer?
The Texas coast.
Okay, I agree.
You know,
I agree. When you talk about Texas toast, I agree. Deuce fit. He fit. I agree. Yes. Deuce fit.
Right. He might run for 700 yards.
Yeah, he gonna kill that Texas coast. He gonna smoke that.
Because you can't see him.
You can't see him, and they gonna be leaking him out. Like having him as an outlet is gonna be scary.
Yeah.
It's gonna be scary. I agree.
You can come to the hole and you say I got him, but you don't got him.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
So that's like my fraternity brother used to play for Philly. The little halfback y'all like, Sparrows. He a capper. So he was so dang. I used to hate him when we played against him. I know you did too. When Dallas played against him, we got him, and then we don't got him. We missed. I said, I said,
Hold on real quick.
TV.
Hold on real quick, Coach.
Yeah.
He said, boss, you have to factor in Mike like elusive backs. What history says that? What history says he likes elusive backs? Because I don't know that history. I really don't. Why did we used to call Eddie Lacy Fatty Lacy? Why did he take a tight end and put him in running back? Like the little itty bitty scat backs, I don't remember that being at Green Bay. I don't.
No.
I don't remember the elusive backs at Green Bay. I don't at all.
Yeah.
So I don't.
No.
I think I'm factoring in Mike McCarthy and Brian just right. I really do. I think I'm being fair. I think I'm being fair because when I talk about the Texas coast, I'm not talking about Zeke. When we talking about West Coast, I ain't talking about Zeke. I'm talking about Pollard and Deuce. But if I'm talking about Brian and closing out a game, I'm not talking about Deuce and I'm not talking about Pollard. I'm talking about Zeke. No, I think I'm looking at this in balance. I really do. I think I'm looking at this in like my boss said, Amon Green. Yeah, like I don't know these elusive backs that you talking about, big dog. Maybe you can remind me.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him being big on elusive backs. I more so remember him being big on power backs.
Yeah, he always like power backs. They always have big power.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it real. And I'm not even trying to fight you, bro. I'm just measuring the Koolaid that you tried to serve me and it don't taste right. You know what I mean? And but but if you give me some examples, I will change. But in my mind, I'm not seeing it, bro. Oh, the Nuggets just won a championship? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nuggets just won
that
thing.
The other guy, Davis, video King Raheem, he burnt his 2 years with his sorry offense. My grandmother could check the receivers. They put him out. Okay, we're going to put Boss right here at the 5 yard, put Marv at the 5. We know the receivers coming right there. I'm like, unbelievable.
And see, my boy Black say, honestly, about Zeke fits both schemes. I know you going with that, Black. I know you going. I get it too, and I get it. I think Pollard fit that Texas coach just a little bit better, better. I can see where I can see where Black is going because Black is saying Zeke was the only dude that was considered a true 3-down back. So a 3-down back means you don't never have to take them out because they can do the whole job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
you can do the whole job.
You can do the whole job, but there's a limitation on Pollard, and it is. It's a limitation on Pollard that you don't have with Zeke.
So Zeke, like I said, if Zeke come back with this new offense, he's gonna be refreshed.
Ooh.
And this offense will make him more dangerous, and he won't get hurt that much. The Kelly offense will get that. Kelly offense is the one that got Ezekiel Elliott hurt because he's running straight toward the power.
Right.
When he's supposed to be running sweeps, all that.
Right.
I'm like,
he didn't use Pollard to his strengths. He didn't.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hold on, Marv. Hold on real quick. I want to address this super chat because this is a good one. He said, why did we draft another Lightning and not a guard? That's a damn good question. So I'm gonna be honest with you. No, hold on, Coach Marv. Marv. Let me address this question. I'm gonna get right back with you, okay? Because that's a good question. Because see, Deuce is a lightning back, right? He's a change of pace back, right? So, real quick, my boy Jay Tuck said this, and we said this at the same time without ever talking. After day 3 of the draft, my boy Tuck said this draft is built perfectly for a return of Zeke. At the very same time that my boy Tuck was tweeting that, I was tweeting at the same time. The takeaway from the 2023 draft, I forgot to put in draft on my tweet, but that's what I was talking about. Zeke is returning, and our guy philosophy was the dominant thinking of the Dallas Cowboys front office. Why? Because the Dallas Cowboys passed on a lot of backs. You can't pass on all those backs. That was power backs. It was a lot of power backs. Round 5, 6, and 7. And Dallas passed on them. The reason that I believe that they did is because I believe that they go bring back Zeke. And me and Tuck said that at the same time. At the very same time. And on top of that, the market is likely why Zeke is coming back. That's why I said the running back market is so low. So basically, let me explain it like this. Zeke out there getting deals and getting offers that's disrespectful at this point. It's so bad that it's going to likely drive him back to Dallas. That's what I'm saying with this tweet. That them offers are so insulting that he going to be like, you know what? Let me just come back to Dallas and get a 1-year deal. Let me just try to play healthy and rock out for this year and then try to get some more money the next year. Similar to what happened with LVE. LVE had that prove it deal. He proved it, got more money. Same thing I believe is getting ready to happen with Zeke. But I do think it's going to happen like I said. I think they're going to go into training camp. They go see what their guys can do first. They go try out Ronald Jones. They go try out the rookie, undrafted free agent. They go try both of them boys. I think they go assess it, and after they assess it, if it don't pass the smell test, they go call up Zeke, and they go give him around $5 million, and they go rock out. That's how I see this whole thing playing out. Marv, what's your final comments real quick before I take because I want to call Tariq.
You just said it. You just said the right thing, because Malik Davis going to get a shot.
Yep.
Like a video of King Raheem would have played Malik Davis in that 49ers game, he probably would have won. I'm still pissed he called that dumb pass, 2nd and 2, when we should have ran, and we probably would have went up by 7 at halftime, and he going to call a pass. Unbelievable. So, video, I'm glad he gone, man.
Yeah,
the cancer is out of the building. Before I leave, I'm telling you right now, that offense is going to be the most dangerous offense. It's going to be like Minnesota was when they had, remember that Minnesota offense when they was so dangerous with the halfback and the fast receiver who we wanted? What was the black quarterback that played for Minnesota? They were so dangerous.
Cunningham?
No, the Minnesota. What's the receiver?
How recently you talking about?
What
you said black quarterback at Minnesota? A black quarterback in Minnesota?
The championship game? Yeah, it was like 15-1.
Was that Culpepper?
Randy Moss.
Was that Culpepper?
Yeah, Culpepper.
Okay.
That offense was one of the most look what you just said. The most dangerous offense with the most dangerous defense that leads to Super Bowl.
Yeah. Agree.
And before I get off here, that's why your Philadelphia fans ain't saying nothing. They know we got they got flagged. Because like you say, them young boys got to catch up. Our young boys already played last year. That's going to be even better this year. So,
hey, let me take this call, man. I'm gonna call Tariq, but Marv, I always appreciate you, man. You always bring some good fire. Okay.
All right, fam. Thanks.
All right, fam. All right.
Bye-bye.
And then Black said Zeke last play is center. It's just disrespectful. Let me call Tariq, because I think Tariq think different. I want to talk to somebody who think a little bit different, because he might be able to talk me into something. I'm just open for it. Hold on real quick. Let me call.
What's up?
What's up?
What's going on, boss?
I'm
What's going
chilling.
on, Cowboy Nation? How you doing?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, man. I know you seen what I said about Zeke. I don't know if they're gonna bring Zeke back, but I'm kind of somebody hear you speak about it, you kind of pushing me into like, yeah, maybe they might bring him back. Just a simple fact because they didn't go get any power running backs
Right.
out of this draft, and
Yep.
they had a chance to do that.
Right.
And to not to go, of course, all the way, just to let Marv know he was a little wrong about that. Dallas elected not to get Randy Moss in the draft. We could have had Randy Moss when Randy Moss got drafted.
Yeah, we could.
They was on some dumb. The office was on some dumb junk that day. You know what I'm saying?
Very.
You know, because they squandered some championships with that. We probably could have went back and won another with Randy Moss on that team. Aikman said it already.
Mm-hmm.
But back to what we was talking about. Yeah, man. Zeke. It depends, man, because if you bring Zeke back on this offense, depending on what his role will be, I don't know are they gonna put him in a role that he's okay with if he's not the second running back coming off the bench? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he gonna be okay with being the third running back or situation back? Because Zeke need carries for him to build up to be who he was last couple years. He need carries.
So
it's like if we get, go ahead.
Let me answer that question, because did you see the interview that Pollard did with Zeke last year?
Yeah, I think I did see that. Well, that was on either CBS or what?
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah. So your question is, can Zeke take a lesser role? He confirmed on that interview that yes, because he literally talked about in 2021 how he did not want to get out the game, and he said he had to learn that you got to share. And he said he learned from Pollard. He said the thing that he learned from Pollard is that Pollard didn't need to rev up. Like what you said, where Zeke got to get his carries to rev up. He said, what I learned from Pollard is that you got to be ready to go once you get your opportunity. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he took some things from Pollard as well. So just to answer your question, yes, he would accept the lesser role.
Okay, but what if he has to be the third running back or something like that? Like, I don't think Jerry Jones is going to go for that, especially with ticket sales and how much Zeke is loved in Cowboy Nation. I don't see that happening.
Okay, wait. Who is the third running back that's better than Zeke, bro?
You said who's the third running back that's better than Zeke on this team right now?
Yeah, bro.
I would say nobody.
Right.
Nobody. So but at the same time, too.
Right.
We don't know how they want to play. I don't know, because my thing is like this. Ever since McCarthy's came in, he's been getting Garrett guys out of the building. You know what I'm saying? He been getting that Jason Garrett stench out of the building. Now, he just got one big pile of the stench out with Kellen Moore last year. I mean, for this year, You know what I mean? Like,
so are you saying that Zeke is a Garrett guy?
Garrett drafted him, right?
Yeah. So you saying he a Garrett guy?
So he's still a part. I will say that he's a part of the Garrett regime. I would say that. But the thing is with Zeke, I wouldn't care if Zeke come back or not. I just don't know if they're going to bring Zeke back. Only way I see them bringing Zeke back if they don't believe in people like Ronald Jones or Davis, stuff like that. But just
do you believe in Davis?
Right back.
You believe in Davis?
I like Davis.
You believe in him?
I do.
So it don't bother you at all about a lot of us, including me, from reliable sources, hearing a lot about him and his maturity? That don't bother you?
You mean far as him wanting more playing time?
And preparation. I'm hearing stuff on preparation too now, bro. I ain't lying to you either. I'm dead serious.
Oh, so what you saying? He's not doing his job while he's in the building? Like he's not focusing enough to do what he needs to do for getting prepared for games?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm even hearing that his body is not looking like it should.
Really?
I'm not
Now
lying
that's
to
questionable.
you,
See, I didn't know all that.
that's
thought,
what I'm
I thought
telling
this
you.
was the same Davis from
I'm
last
telling
year.
you.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Yeah. And I'm not lying on what I'm hearing, bro. I'm not lying. I'm dead serious. Dead serious, bro.
Okay, so he don't got upset and lost himself a little bit then. That's basically what you're telling me.
That's I'm saying it's a lot of smoke there, bro, and it could be fire, bro. And I'm just cause see the people that came to me with this, bro. Don't know about that Brian Broaddus interview.
Really?
They yeah.
Okay.
So based on what I'm hearing from very good sources, okay? Very good sources. I think we need Zeke more than we know, bro. Just keeping it real. Like on the field, I love what I saw out of Malik Davis. I just pray that he have the maturity to handle. I'm just being real. You feel me?
Yeah, you saying you trying to understand. Well, you saying that you want him to have the maturity to handle with the politics in Dallas, to be playing for the Cowboys. That's basically what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I got
because
you.
Because this a white collar type of team, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where we'll waste talent because of your attitude, dumb shit. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So it's like, even if you talent, we'll waste you because you had an attitude.
Yeah. Even Stevie Wonder, no, he should have been in that playoff game.
Right.
And
I'm like, you should have been mad that you wasn't playing.
Yeah, because like that's bullshit. That's like with what's his name? Belichick did the old boy in the damn Super Bowl.
Goofy
Shit. How you put one of your best players on the bench in a Super Bowl? Like, come on, man. Let's settle this in the off season. That's what I was so like. I really believe when Brian Broaddus said that, I know that you was like, yeah, this right up Tariq Valley right here, because I was like, that was the bullshit that happened in that playoff game because that was the BS that happened in that playoff game because it had to be something because can't nobody sit here and tell me with a straight face that man shouldn't have been on the field. It shouldn't have just been no damn Ezekiel Elliott.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Because I really believe that made Zeke look bad in that playoff game. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have any more help. And I'm like, come on, man, this is the playoffs. This is for a chance for us to go meet our division rivals in the playoffs, and anything goes. That's what I wanted to see. The anything can happen game against the Eagles. Because I wasn't so sure they would have made it past us. You know what I mean? Yep. In that situation. But that's here nor there. They made it. They lost. Good job. My whole thing about it is like the politics in Dallas. I hope that I don't know, man, because it seems like they don't understand, like, at certain times you got to put that pettiness to the side, man, and try to go for the win. Give the fans what they really want, because I feel like in that game, I seen it. I'm like, why is this guy not on the field? It's like he's not injured. Zeke out here struggling. You know what I mean? Let's get a boost somewhere else. I'm trying to get over that.
He didn't play his politics right, bro.
Yeah, I see.
And I agree. And I agree with him too on being upset. See, I want to be clear on that.
I would have been too.
I'm clear on that. Mm-hmm. I'm not against him for being upset. I love my players when they get mad because they're not getting time. I would never fight you for being upset and not playing. I just don't want you to make a scene. But if you mad because you ain't playing, I'm so cool with that. Because you believe in yourself. I would rather a dude be mad because he not playing than almost anything. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. Coach Moore said, like if money is spent already on other extensions, the only way we get $3 to $5 million, Gallimore or Jay Lewis would be cut. Yeah, they got ways to get $5 million. They threw $5 million at Anthony Barr last year. You know what I'm saying? They $5 million. Yeah, If you can't pay $5 million for Zeke, yeah, something really wrong with our books. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because my thing is, if this dude's coming to the practices out of shape and not ready to go, yeah, that's a problem. I will have this. That is a red flag though, because if it's like that, bro, I think we might have to be looking at Zeke again. You know, because because if he coming there like that, he's squandering on his opportunity to get his shine. You know what I mean? Because he should have been the main one pumped up that Zeke ain't coming back, and we got a rookie. Then we got a dude that was been on championship team. Stuff like that, he should be pumped up like, I'm about to take that second role. I'm about to take the next step to show everybody that
Tyreek,
I'm the man in Dallas.
I'm finna push back on you just a little bit.
Go ahead.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know it's a legitimate concern of politics, and I do think that's legitimate. I do. Right?
Yeah.
I'm also concerned about the politics going against Zeke too, bro.
You said going against Zeke?
Yeah. Yeah. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Because politics sometimes is about the money, right?
Yeah.
We pay Zeke, so we want him to get the reps. That's what that's what a lot of people hated before, that Zeke was getting a lot of touches and they felt like Pollard should have been getting more touches, right? Right? But it was because of the money.
Yeah.
Who got the money now? In the running back room. Right. So let me ask you a question. What if Zeke was to come back, and I'm asking a hypothetical. What if Zeke was to come back and he looks like the 3-down back of old? Not hit on that knee, playing like Zeke was playing the first 5 games, where he was eating the league up, where him and Pollard was both leading the league in rushing, and Zeke was the better back out of them two in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The production said it, everything said it. So what if Zeke end up being the better back?
You talking about far as this year?
Yep. To where, because this could happen. Just like it happened with DeMarcus Ware, right? What happened when DeMarcus Ware went to Denver? We all knew and said, oh, shit. That dude was just banged up under us. He is back. Right? Right?
Yeah.
When we saw him at Denver, we was like, oh, damn, we messed up, right? That's a possibility.
That's a possibility.
Because the what ifs keep saying, what if Zeke take they reps? Right? The what if can go the other way around. It sure can. So yeah, that's why I want to run that by you. So because I'm concerned about politics everywhere, whether it's coming from Zeke or Pollard. Because it could be the case that because we paid Pollard that $10 million, we go force him out there. We did it with Michael Gallup, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
But didn't we do it? We did it.
Yeah, we
did it with Michael Gallup. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think concerned about the what if politics from Zeke goes both ways.
But can I ask you this, though?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you still want to run 3 running backs this year instead of just 2 running backs?
I would want it to play out. I would want it to play out. I would want it to play out. And this is what I mean. I think you have to start the year with a committee. But if one of those guys end up being the 3-down back, then you change. Like, for instance, what happened in 2015? You remember that?
Is that the Ram game?
No. In 2015, remember we had knock-knee McFadden, Dunbar.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Okay.
And we was rotating them dudes the first 6 games.
Okay.
Randall got caught stealing draws. And what did we do?
Yeah, I remember that.
We made McFadden the lead back. And he got 1,000 yards in 10 games. But it started the first 6, him sharing the load. But by the last 10, it was like, okay, we now know you can fully tote the whole load. And they gave him the load. And it worked.
Yeah.
So I would say I would want it to play out. You know what I mean? So let's say if we do sign Zeke, right? Then he go get a limited amount of touches. But if he rocking more than Pollard, game 2, give them about equal carries. But if Zeke rock him again, shit, okay, we gonna give you game 3, Pollard. You got, and we gonna start moving the scales back to Zeke, right? So let's say if game 3, Zeke rock out again, Pollard doing okay. Zeke giving you more bang for your buck. Well, Pollard, you back to being the number 2 guy. But let's say it also worked the opposite way, where you giving them guys equal touches and Pollard is just rocking more than Zeke. Well, then you go start giving Zeke as the season go on. I think we should let it play out and just let the field decide who your guy is. I don't want us to be predetermined on thinking who our guy is.
Well, the best Zeke for me was when he had a fullback.
Yeah,
that's
I
when
agree.
Ezekiel Elliott was elite because he needed that. To me, I feel like I didn't feel like when he was in his prime he needed a fullback, but he lived it so much better with the fullback. You know what I mean? He had an extra person to open up the holes for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like pause, but you know what I mean? Like,
but to your point,
squeaking through there and going.
But to your point, you basically talking about Brian Schottenheimer. That's what you talking about.
Yeah, now if we're going to do that, if we're going to run that with Zeke, I'm okay with
what
Zeke
did
coming
Brian
back.
Schottenheimer do in Seattle? He believed in fullbacks. That's what you feel
just
me?
like Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. He believed in lead backs. Like Jay Tuck did a real good video where he was showing that Schottenheimer said fullbacks have been pretty much phased out the league, except for me. So everything that you say you want to see, you actually have. When you say Zeke was better with a lead, with a fullback in front of you, got that now. You see what I'm saying? So my whole case is basically like based on the style of offense, because I already know it's some people, they are just dead set on believing and hoping that Zeke is washed. They don't care. They go stick with it. It don't matter that you can give them the facts that Zeke had the most 20-yard runs last year. They go still say he's slow. It ain't gonna matter that he showed a lot of agility before he got hit on that knee. They go still say he done. It don't matter. I can show them the film. I can show them the difference clearly between Zeke before that knee and after that knee. They still ain't gonna care. They want to hold on till he done, and they just want to stick with it. Even though you can clearly see the agility and the power was right there and didn't go nowhere before that knee. You can see him hitting that corner. You can see the speed. See, because the people say he lost speed. Okay, so what does this film say when you see him with outside runs? What do you see right here? I see a person hitting the corner. I see somebody with bursts. That's what I see. And that's what I'm seeing from the film. Not your opinion, the film. I saw that jump cut right there, which gave him another 10 yards on ability. But see, that jump cut got put away once he hurt that knee. You don't have the same agility on a bad knee. But a lot of us want to judge him based on him playing hurt. We don't want to go look at, okay, what if that was just a freakish injury? Like what happened with DeMarcus Ware. Oh, we don't even want to consider that. We want to go straight to he just washed.
Well,
And you can't show people the film. I can literally show you the film. They not gonna talk about the film. They ain't gonna even do it. They go just make up some other bullshit Like, you can see him hit the corner right here with speed. Outrun the edge. And I can show you him doing it. And they gonna still say, no, he didn't, boss. No, he didn't. Nah,
see,
bro.
I don't put But see, my thing is like this, boss. I don't put everything on Ezekiel Elliott. I put a lot of that the bad play calling on Kellen Moore, and not making creases for Ezekiel all the time to do his damage. You know what I mean? It's certain games that he called a pretty good game plan, and Zeke was eating. But it was some games that Zeke was getting stuffed.
Hold on real quick. So my boy Trey said, and this is a good question. He said, why wasn't he picked up then? I just put it like this, from a very reliable source. Okay, Zeke has turned down some offers. All right, West Coast talked about it, because see, this is the thing. All of us have sources. Okay, there's nobody that got a better source than Zeke. I mean, than West Coast. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody. All right? You can't get no closer than what West Coast is to the truth. So, for instance, when they came out saying Zeke said it was cool that he would take less, right? The first person that came out and said that wasn't true was West, because West talked to the source. But they did put out there, Zeke said that he willing to take less. So, just because Zeke not signed does not mean that it was not a market out there for him. Some of y'all got to understand that some of these players actually turn down offers. Do y'all consider that like as a possibility, or do you just assume because he's not signed that he's washed? So, my boy with the super chat said, I got an engineer right now, and hell, it's hard to damn walk. Sign and fee, Zeke, boy, you crazy. You know, but hey, that boy crazy. But Tariq, man, you got anything else, bro? I definitely want to call you back, because I know you got some good opinions on Zeke.
Well, thank you for giving me a call, man. My thing is with Zeke, if everything line up, yeah, bring him back.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem bringing Ezekiel Elliott back. I just don't want. I think Zeke, the way that the position that he's been put in the last couple of playoff games, it's kind of put a bad taste in people's mouth with him.
Yep.
And like you said, it does go back to the money. It goes back to the money. And the Cowboy thing, the whole Cowboy situation with the Cowboy Nation, I understand that with certain fans and stuff like that. I was a little pissed too with them, but you got to get your money. I ain't mad at them.
Yeah.
Especially with the Joneses, they play too many games.
Yeah.
This is a championship run.
Right.
And if you bring back a person like Ezekiel Elliott that was a part of the foundation of this team, I'm not upset about it. Bring him back. If he's willing to get down with the new coaches, the new offensive coordinator, and what Mike McCarthy is saying, which I really believe he'll do anyway, because he's a real good. He listens to the coaches. I could see that with him and Dak. That's why they've been so good together for as long as they have. Bring him back, man, because Zeke is a part of the heart of the locker room, and that's a big deal too. I don't really believe like Pollard would have got as good. Well, he always had the skill, but as far as like mentoring this dude, I really believe like Zeke has something to do with that too. To bring the Pollard that we see on the field right now. So if this is a championship run, we need all hands on deck, and I don't want to just give another team or let another team come in here and grab Zeke. I really believe Zeke is a part of this nation, and I really believe that the Cowboys organization, they understand that. And plus, I want to see a pissed off Zeke anyway, because they took his number and let Gilmore get. Number 21 is gone. So if he got to go back to number 15, we're going to get a pissed off Ezekiel Elliott. That's cool. I'm okay with that. The league might not be ready for that. So, as long as they put that fullback in front of this dude, I don't care. Let's rock and roll. I'm ready to do this, because it's like you guys been saying, it's an obvious reason why they didn't draft a power back in this latest draft. There's a reason for that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So they obviously got a vision, and Zeke knows some of the vision. So that's why I don't think Zeke is going to up and haul behind like that unless somebody give him an offer that he can't refuse. I kind of do believe a little. The Cowboy fan in me believes that Zeke is coming back. Yep. I really believe that too, man.
I do.
Especially in Davis messing up. They talking about Davis. You talking about Davis messing up on the low too? Yeah, it's a good chance Zeke might come back. You know what I mean? And if he comes back, hey man, I know we're gonna welcome him with open arms. He's one of ours. So I was gonna get pissed off if I seen him on another team any damn way. So bring him back. Let's do what we do. And that's basically what I got to say, man. Let's make it happen. Let's go get this 6, man. Word.
Good call, man. I appreciate it, Tariq.
All right, appreciate you too, boss.
Oh,
all right,
also,
Cowboy Nation,
man,
peace.
Tariq done helped me 1,000 times with these phones, man. So y'all give Tariq a hand. He done helped me behind the scenes a lot. I appreciate you, bro. I want to say that.
No doubt.
It's been times I be Tariq. I just called Tariq, hey, can you help me real quick? I'm trying to work through these phones. And he'll troubleshoot with your boy. How many times we've done that, bro? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, we've done that a few times.
Definitely. So the phones working better and all that kind of stuff. That's my boy Tariq, man. This is the type of work that people don't see. You know what I mean? But goes into this content and us working together. So, man, thank you, bro, for real.
You're welcome, man. Can I say this one thing before I get off here? I just want everybody to know that Cowboy Nation, we are so privileged and lucky to have these guys, these content creators, make so many different spaces for us to come in and speak our minds. Bro. At the same time, them bringing in these players to speak their minds and interviewing them. People like Brian Broaddus, bring him in so he can speak his mind. And, another thing, tell him I'm happy for him that he made it through surgery healthy. You know what I'm saying? Real good surgery. That's what's up. Dudes, man, they put a lot of time into this. They put a lot of work into this, so we got to appreciate them, Cowboy Nation, because I don't know any other fan base that has a nation like Cowboy Nation and the content creators like Cowboy Nation. We're lucky to have these dudes, and they hard working. So we got to give them all their props, because, hey, man, we all on the same page, man. We trying to get that quest to 6. We trying to get that 6, man.
That's all.
And I'm gonna holler at you though, man. Thank you though.
Thank you, bro.
All right, peace.
Good dude right there, man. Good dude. All right, so y'all check this out. So again, I said this earlier. I'm gonna say it again. We got a dope week. So it's a lot more people in the building. So this is the best time to say it. On the final word tomorrow, we have a special guest, Michael Gelkin, okay, from the Dallas Morning News, who I believe is the best insider. Like I love him and Jane. I love them two are my favorite by far. You know, the integrity that when he said it's really sourced up. Like he doesn't mix his words. And the reason why I'm excited about this interview, one of the main reasons I'm excited about the interview is because there was, I don't know if y'all peeped it, but it was a slight contradiction between Brian Broaddus and him. I don't know if y'all peeped that. So Broaddus was saying that it's dead, right? The Zeke thing is dead, okay? He said that because he said he talked to the cap guy of Dallas. He met him in the hall. But you had to listen close to what he said. What he said was, and this is key, he said, but that cap guy always says that. That's the key part that you couldn't just gloss over. So a lot of times, get familiar, because I'm going to say this a lot, because I'm going to do a show on how to read tea leaves from journalists. We got to remember that a lot of this stuff is trash in, trash out. What I mean by that, if the cap guy feeds Brian Broaddus trash, he go just say, this is what I heard from a source inside, right? But if that cap guy is saying and says it every year, the money is spent, Brian, the money is spent. Well, that's trash in, okay? And so it's trash out. But see, the good thing is that Brian Broaddus told us the whole story. He didn't inflate it. He didn't make it seem like that source was just the best source. He gave us the good and bad about that source. Pure integrity, right? He didn't say, oh, this is like gold. He said, I talked to the cap guy. He said the money's spent. But the other side is he always says that. So he gave us the honest answer on that. But then Michael Gelkin basically laid out a whole case and put it out there and said the Odell Beckham was for publicity, basically. He just basically put it out there. He kept it all the way 100 on that. But he said, I have been talking to people in the building, and my sense is that the enthusiasm about Ezekiel Elliott is real. So what he recommended is that don't close the door on Zeke until that door is officially closed, because from his sense of talking to people in the building, that there is a sincere interest in Zeke. So we got Brian saying something, but he was honest about it. And we have Michael Gelkin saying something else. So obviously that's going to be something that we get to clarify tomorrow when he come on. So we go talk about that with Mr. Michael Gelkin. I'm excited about that. And obviously we go talk about more. Hold on real quick. My boy Trey keep asking this question, because I actually addressed this early. He said, who is behind Pollard? Let me address that real quick. So, in my opinion, all this running back 1 and 2, that, to me, that's not really looking at the offense to me the right way. To me, running back 1 or 2 should depend on what we doing scheme-wise. So let me give you an example, because I could tell when people came in late, because I already addressed this stuff, but I want to address it because Trey my homie. So everybody took a vote earlier. Everybody. And we asked who was a better fit behind Brian Schottenheimer's zone run scheme, who has fullbacks and stuff like that, right? Like what Zeke was very successful at. It was pretty much 99% for those who voted Zeke. So let's say if we come out in a game and we going against a team like what Green Bay was last year, where they was ranked 26 in stopping the run. Well, against them, we might elect to come out and pound them, bully ball them boys. In that case, the RB1, in my opinion, should be Zeke, because he fits Brian's scheme better. It's not a universal running back 1 or 2. It's a depends. I'm going to say that again. It's not a universal running back 1 or 2. It's a depends. Why you say, oh my God, bro, I'm giving you the answer? I know what you want to hear. I think I know what you want to hear. You want to hear Zeke sucks. See, I'm over here trying to give you answers. I don't think you want answers.
You want answers?
I don't think you want it. I think you just want to be right. Because I'm peeping how you acting in the chat. Because I'm actually answering your question, bro. See, you want to hear just a cookie cutter answer like Zeke is your running back too. Start Pollard every time. Then why you say, oh my God, bro? I'm trying to see why, because I'm actually addressing you. I don't have to do that either. I can just ignore it. But because you're the homie, I'm addressing it, bro. So that's why I'm saying it depends. I'm giving a real answer, bro. This is a real answer.
You want answers?
You say who is running back 1 and 2. I'm saying it should depend, bro. So if we come out to a game, but we come out to where we like, all right, we finna go at these balls with the Texas Coast, a bunch of West Coast principles. Well, in that case, Pollard should be your RB1. he should get more of the touches. Because, in my opinion, it fits him better. And, and see, Trey, yeah, I know you late now. Ooh, I know you late because you still talking about Davis. It's like everybody got to get caught up on what's starting to happen and come out on Davis. Like, Davis, all right, so, okay, just watch the show, bro. I ain't going to repeat it again. I'm going to just watch the show. So let me just go back to what I was saying. So this is the thing. I'm gonna just kind of break it down like this. My concerns are real. I definitely believe in my concerns. My concerns are very real. The thing that I'm very concerned about, I'm not concerned about us having a good running back room. I believe that the running back room is talented. I do. What I'm concerned about is situations that don't fit the type of backs that clog up our room. We have, in my opinion, this is mine, this don't have to be yours, this is mine. In my opinion, I think we have way too many lightning backs. That's my opinion. And with those lightning backs, we don't have power backs enough. Now, Jones could be enough. And I said this earlier. He could be enough. And I think we shouldn't sign Zeke until training camp. I think we should wait. I think we should let them boys put them pads on, put them in those situations. Because, see, that's the thing about practice. You can simulate third and short. You can simulate it. You can simulate the goal line. You can simulate trying to close out a game. You can say this drive, we are up by 7. We need 3 first downs. Jones, close us out. And you can watch it. If he does his thing and he look like he's a better option than what Zeke was, you don't sign Zeke. You let Zeke stay on the bench. Let him stay in free agency. But if you see that Hunter Lukey or Jones is you drop your pride and you pick up the damn phone and call the guy that's going to have you prepared for short yardage, closing out, and red zone. So Zeke should come back depending on how Ronald Jones look in camp. Based on how Hunter Lukey looks in camp. That's why we have to pay great attention to preseason. We got to pay attention. We can't fall asleep. We got to pay attention. So, but like I say, if Ronald Jones is toting that thing, as much as I love Zeke, bye.
Oh, hell no.
But I'm going to be all the way honest. If I don't see a guy that I feel great about in third and short, second and short, short yardage, red zone, closing out, shit, man, get on the phone. Stop playing and bring in this dude who already showed you he's great in those situations. Not good, great. Not good, great in those situations. Now, if you want to say he don't have his home run ball, fine. If you want to say he can't run 70-yard runs no more, fine. I'll let you have that. I ain't going to fight you on that. But if you say he wasn't a short yardage expert, you lying. You are a lie.
What?
If you say this dude wasn't a red zone monster, you are a damn lie. If you say this dude ain't the best closeout back in the league or top 2 or top 3, you are a liar.
Finish him.
So y'all make sure y'all come back tomorrow. I'm excited again for that Like really. So I'm very excited. So come back tomorrow for the Michael Gelkin for the final word. That's gonna be fire. Then we got a special final word coming Wednesday with special guest, no other Aisha Morrison, the rising star, self-made lady out of Dallas.com. Yeah, my boy Trey. Yeah, that's my dog. See, that's why I rock with you, Trey. My boy say makes perfect sense. I agree with that plan. Yeah, and you know, and that's why I addressed it, bro, cause you my dog. I know you speak your mind. I ain't never with anybody speaking their mind. You know what I'm saying? You speak your mind.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
I love the fact that y'all willing to push back. I love that. You know what I'm saying? But I also love the fact that if I make a case or y'all make a case that makes sense, we all will back up too. You know what I'm saying? I backed up last week. I got backed up twice last week. Y'all calmed me down last week. You know what I'm saying? On where I was kind of sensing something that really wasn't there. I was concerned about the Texas coast. I was very concerned about that. But after hearing y'all loud and y'all talked me off the ledge on my own show, I walked in nervous. I walked out feeling good because of how smart y'all are. You know what I mean? So sometimes we all got to turn on a previous thought that we had, and we've all done that. But yeah, so yeah, we definitely got Aisha Morrison coming. I'm excited about that. That's gonna be real fun because she's just very laid back, very real person. You know, my type, my type. You know, somebody that speak their mind, but she's very professional. She's rising very fast in .com. Her name is great in the community, and it's because of how hard she worked. She works very hard. She trusts her eyes. She says what she sees. That's what I really respect about how she does her content. And she don't, you know, and I think she carry herself very wise for this opportunity. She's not too much. She's not too little. To me, she's carrying herself just right. She is right now the perfect representative of somebody who made their own way. And then we have DMV. You know, so DMV is also definitely not a guest of the final word. He is a member of the final word. He's somebody that put in major work with us with the final word draft show. He killed it, murdered it, and he's doing very, very good right now, doing what he loves and breaking down videos and bringing his offensive coordinator mind to the community. So this is going to be just a real big quality back and forth. So, and we got a lot of others that's coming. So we not going to talk about that yet. We go just, you know, get closer to those days and then we go reveal who's coming. But just put it like this. The people that's coming out within the next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be a whole lot of people that we all look up to. I'm going to just put it like that. From a lot of different ways. So we go spend this time where it's supposed to be dead period. We really go spend this time just really talking football and just kicking back like a barbershop, relaxing. It's no pressure for us to do content, especially when we have a whole lot of friends in this space that love to talk football. Brian Brothers even said he want to come back. You know, like he enjoyed it that much to where he like, I want to come back. He did. He told me that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, our voice matter, and it's continue to show even more. I appreciate everybody and what we do together. Make sure if you haven't hit that like, make sure you do hit that like, please. Make sure. Also, thank you for the Cash App. I see I got some Cash Apps. I appreciate that from people that's sending in the Cash Apps. I appreciate that. I do. Thank y'all for the Super Chats. Thank y'all for sharing. And if you haven't shared, hit that share button. Send this to some groups. Chris, I saw you share. Appreciate you so much, Chris. Chris, I saw you share. You know, Coach Marv, he said, I'm coming. Appreciate the Super Chat. I appreciate that. You know, so we just appreciate everybody hitting that like and subscribe button. You know, continue to do that. But, you know, I'm standing on this. I feel very strong about this. I do believe, and I always didn't believe this going into the draft. I loved the draft so much, I was of the opinion that we didn't need Zeke. But the more and more I looked at it, the more and more I listened, and the more and more I kept my ear to the ground, listening to my boys like Blackwell, listening to Okoye, listening to Coach Moore, listening to, and then also just researching myself and just looking at this in its total. I reversed course. I went from thinking we didn't need Zeke to now it's like, you know what? I went all the way from that we didn't need Zeke to, you know what? He looked like he the missing piece. See, because the last thing I'm going to say, it's a totally different run scheme now with Schottenheimer. A totally different run scheme. To judge Zeke based on Kellen Moore, I'm just going to be honest. It's crazy and it's lazy. Run it up.
Run it up, run it up.
Let's go.
Another one.
Let's get it.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Speaking my mind.
Bring it real back. He speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Let's go.
Another one.
Y'all come back tomorrow, man. It's gonna be dope. I love all of y'all, man. We a movement. We are a movement. We need that cash pronto.
I need the cash pronto. I don't throw in a session like Romo.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
We need them locked in balls.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Who locked in?
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Let's go.